This is 50 Gorilla Tag tips and tricks to instantly let you improve your gameplay. So let's go. So we're starting off with a big one, movement, or as we say, running, hopping, whatever you want to call it. So you don't have legs in Gorilla Tag, right? So you can't hold down your joystick. So this is a very important thing. Most players, when they're new, they just hop up, right? Stay close to the ground. You will get a lot more movement, and you can start doing a lot more complex stuff. But if you're jumping like this, same strength, but forward, you go a lot faster. Knowing your surroundings. This is important for comp if you're starting off not as much, but this can come from just playing around all the maps, just like exploring, and well, it's the fun part about Gorilla Tag. So double walls, you always want to come at them with strong. If you don't know how to do these, basically what you're going to want to do is do that hopping thing onto, you stick for a while, so just practice sticking and then pushing to the next side, keep going up and practice this. I know there's better guides, I even have some on my page, but the best tip I can give you for branching is being confident, and basically you just want to know where you're jumping, get used to it a little, play with it, and you'll get a lot better. Let's move on to something a little more tricky. My least favorite subject, walls. It's hard to pick up, hard to master. So this is not the one I would start with over there for just normal wall climbing. Wall climbing, I also have a huge tutorial on it. Your body's on the wall, you turn, you pull, and your hands kind of at a slant, and you stay with that sticking, because look, I'm sticking for a long time, not moving a single bit, and you come up. So my tip for you is practice a lot, and well, learn the sticking motion and the throwing. It's not a fully up, it's a pulling towards mixed with a pulling forward to get you to this wall, and a little bit of a pulling up. See, if I just did pull up, I'd go up, but you're not on the wall anymore. If I just did pull in, see, I don't go anywhere. You gotta perfectly match them, and then there's some more expert stuff that we're going into. So there's beginner, intermediate, and expert. We're on intermediate. Now we're getting into a really fun thing. This is more intermediate. It's jukes. Tip I would give you is know where the taggers are and know where they're coming from. Because if they have high ground, well, I'm joking. If they have high ground, you may want to look where they could possibly jump from and move away from there. Or trick them out and pretend you're going closer, jump back and jump over them, clip them, and now that's way too complicated. Another thing you can do, if they're on the ground and they're chasing you, kind of lead them back if you know how to move backwards. If you don't, literally just shoulder check every second. Use your surroundings, especially in like updates. They're really good for like, I don't know, getting around. And if that's, you just choo-choo it. So there's a bunch of moves and stuff you can do to be better, like the hospital flip. Oh, I'm insane, right, guys? Try to use these techniques a lot, because especially like scaling, like if you're not scaling, this is how long it would take you to get up this tree. Yeah, at a beginner. But if you scale and you just go like this a bit and then dust. It's a lot faster, and to help you do that, make sure you're looking up, knowing where you're gonna go, and getting used to how hard you need to hit. All of this, by the way, takes a lot of practice and a lot of getting used to. So how to get away fast on ground, right? So you're gonna have your dominant hand making a tiny circle where you're facing sideways, not the way you're going. You can turn both ways, but if you're facing a middle ground, you can turn both ways with less effort. And I guess you can face forward, but it's just better to get where you're going. And this is fine, I guess. But if you add one pushing motion after every, it's a lot faster. Like, look, I'm gonna do one where I'm like this. There. And actually, I'm gonna go into more even ground, but let's say it was like here. And I do this. Which one's faster? Let's see which one's faster. And I'm not that good at it, but you can get really good at the game. Ooh, I love the little Santa hat. I haven't seen it yet. Now I'm gonna go into cooler things and some more flashy expert stuff like this, elevator climbing, or other known as elevator climbing. I don't know what the other name is. To do this, you basically wanna, let me down. you basically want to have your dominant hand inside. It's fine, you can get good with either. What I'm doing is throwing myself up like this motion, both inside and outside. This is what it would look like if I wasn't, and this is what it would look like if I am. And you're basically keeping your body around the line and throwing yourself up in 2 circles. Is just one arm, which would just look like this. You're just taking away the other arm, but you're basically doing small circles while your body is keeping you on the wall, and you basically just come up. Then the expert, like very expert, is with 2 hands, and you're basically throwing yourself up like this. So if I could get on. By the way, not that good at this. You kind of want to throw yourself in it. You kind of want to be like, but you can look up a video because I'm kind of. Next thing I'm going to talk about is kind of controversial, and that's cosmetics. If you're going into a competitive game, so I have a bunch of cosmetics, right? Some of which cover the screen a lot more than others. And those I try to avoid, even though this one I wear anyways because it's stylish. It doesn't crowd the screen, which is better for videoing. And if I'm playing competitive, I like to have no cosmetics on, maybe just these glasses and the headphones. Say you're trying to wear a paper bag. See how you see it on my screen? Yeah, that is a no-no. And, well, if you're just playing casually, who cares? It's casual. If you're playing competitively and you're actually serious about Gorilla Tag, really, no. Just no. You'll just block your chances and you won't be able to see. One really good way you can juke someone is by normally elevator climbing and going like this and kind of like, oh shoot, I tried to stop myself, but I just didn't. And trying to like swing yourself to the next side, and even doing it backwards is really helpful. And even if you just like going up and you see someone's right there, you can like fake them out. I don't know, go over here, go back on the wall when they fall off, and you're good. Another thing for ground, go to the ground, but also hitting and going really fast can allow you to get a lot more speed and pick up speed a lot quicker. More acceleration, more speed. Walls are a tricky thing. There's ways to wall climb a lot faster. This one's called the spider. You basically want to, what you're doing is taking big arm circles one after the other and doing really frantic movements, and you go up the wall a lot faster than if you were just to do this, which is like really slow. Now Lucille running. So if you know how to wall run, which is basically just going with one arm up all the way up the wall, I'm doing this slow. Back to here. Lucille running is with 2 hands, but at a faster pace, and kind of like, I'm not that good at it when I'm going slow, but basically that. And just practice doing that over and over every day, and you'll become a pro. Thing for branching is not only anticipating where you're going, but actually feeling it in your mind and physically knowing how much to jump. Like, what's a good example? Say I want to go from here to here. You kind of want to practice how hard, how far you want to jump to do that, and getting it perfect every time. For every branch, practice till you're a god, and practicing those jukes because they are very helpful. Whoa, clipped, bro, clipped, dead. L in the chat, rip in the chat, bro. If you want to get the height and just the opportunity on people, you can vertical, which is just a straight upwards motion. Doesn't matter how fast you're going, and get up to this line. And here's the next tip. You can stay on slippery walls for so long if you just keep switching arms, and like maybe once in a while, oh shoot. You can literally stay up here for a long time, and if you want to boost how long, walk into the wall and you literally won't move. Doesn't even matter, you can literally lean as slow as you want, but you can stay there all around. Maybe it's a bit tiring for your arm, but that's a good way to get away from enemies. This is expert plus black edition. Branching is, well, what it sounds like. You're hitting the underneath of a branch to go somewhere totally different, and this can help in a lot of cases, either just last resorts to get away from people, or even just like an extra boost. It's very useful, and yeah, I've used it a lot. This is a very helpful guide, so I hope you really enjoyed, and thank you. Bye. Go touch grass.